Hi, welcome to Parrot and Wolf. Today we're going to look at important phrasal verbs in English using the verb come. Phrasal verbs are different to normal verbs because they include an extra word that changes the meaning of the normal verb. This extra word is usually called a preposition. Phrasal verbs are used a lot by native speakers. They often have very different meanings to the normal verb, and sometimes they can have 2 or even 3 meanings. Don't worry though, they're simple to use and understand. So the phrasal verbs for today are come across, come up with, come up, come down with, come out and come round. Let's look at come across first. I came across some old photos in the garage. This is a simple sentence in past tense that means find, but is unexpected and a bit of a surprise. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are you come across all sorts of things when cleaning, and I came across that tax bill you were looking for. Come across has a second meaning. She comes across as quite nice. This is a simple sentence that means to seem and is usually used to describe someone's character. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are you need to come across as confident in the interview, and he's a good guy although he comes across as arrogant. Okay, so there's 2 meanings for come across, find and seem. Let's look at come up with. Emma is always coming up with new ideas. This is a simple sentence that means think of or produce an idea. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are he came up with a poor excuse for being late, and I'm sure they'll come up with something by Friday. So only 1 meaning for come up with, think of. Now let's look at a very similar phrasal verb, come up. What came up in the meeting? This is a simple question in past tense that means talked about or mentioned. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are the same old things come up when I talk to David, and avoid talking about money if it comes up. Come up has a second meaning. Something has come up, I can't meet you tonight. This is a simple sentence that means new information has happened or has become available and is usually used for unplanned events. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are the train platform hasn't come up on the board yet, and new job alerts come up all the time online. Okay, so 2 meanings for come up, talk about and new information. Now what about come down with? I think I'm coming down with a cold. This is a simple sentence that means to become ill or to get sick. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are my sister came down with the flu, so she isn't coming, and I hope I don't come down with anything. So, only 1 meaning for come down with, to become ill. Now let's look at come out. The new film comes out in February. This is a simple sentence that means to release or make public, and it's often used for artistic work that is published. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are the press release came out yesterday, the impact was huge, and the band's new album comes out next week. Come out has a second meaning. John came out. This is a simple sentence that means to say you are gay or to state your sexuality. It's used for the first time you say it and can be used for a variety of sexual orientations or gender. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are Emma said the hardest thing was coming out to her parents, and coming out is about self-disclosure. So 2 meanings for come out, to make public and to state your sexuality or gender. Now let's look at come round. I'm sure the boss will come round to the idea. This is a simple sentence that means to accept or to agree. However, there's a change in opinion here. It's something you don't like and then you do. You can't split the verb with this meaning. Other examples are he hates it. How long until he usually comes round? And it might be a good thing. I'm coming round to it. So, only 1 meaning for come round, to accept. Now remember, you can split some phrasal verbs, but others you can't split. When we split phrasal verbs, we can replace the object with a pronoun. However, the pronoun can only go in the middle of the verb, never at the end. I turn the light off, I turn it off. I turn off the light, I turn off it. The last sentence is incorrect. This is the same for all phrasal verbs you can split. The noun can go in the middle of the verb or after the verb. The pronoun can't go after the verb, only in the middle. So, to summarise, Phrasal verbs have a normal verb and a preposition. Phrasal verbs have different meanings to the normal verb. Phrasal verbs can have more than one meaning, and you can split some phrasal verbs. To find out more about learning English for Cambridge and IELTS exams, business and work, or general conversation, visit ParrotandWolf.com.